Sometimes, when I think of the injustices we perpetuate because of the injustices we've experienced, I wonder about how our life narratives shape our views of the world. And sometimes, I wonder about those people we love entirely, without entirely knowing them, because of those whom we've met in our past who have shown us small and great kindnesses. I was sitting in my world religions and philosophy class when the high school star debater and goofy kid extraordinaire made a comment about the prettiness of my white silk hijab and flower-printed dress. He thought it ironically funny to juxtapose his appreciation of modest elegance with a catcall. And that comment led to a discussion about religious beliefs, to a discussion about, of course, dating, to a discussion about arranged marriages, to a discussion about Sahar's wishes not to be touched by a man unrelated to her unless she was falling off a cliff, or needed something less drastic but life-saving like the Heimlich maneuver or CPR. And that discussion led James, the anti-establishment kid sitting in a nearby desk, to come to the conclusion that he would, from that moment forth, be my hijab protector. He vowed to deflect the males who would attempt to approach me within a 30-foot radius. To tell the truth, after I laughed, thinking about a tall white kid with a HP cape print in the back, I was flattered. Later that day, as I was walking across the school courtyard, my friend Logan came running like a madman, gave me a bear hug and a noogie. "Sahar looks like strawberry sherbet!" I was wearing a Moroccan peachish jilbab, the type with a hoodie. My mother had found it the previous summer in Mecca. The store owner managed to give a name to every single jilbab I touched. This one was the Springtime for Sahar jilbab, as opposed to the King Abdulaziz jilbab and the I want to marry you jilbab. I managed to hide it in the back of my closet until Mom found it and promised I did not look like a peach in it. Totally not expecting Logan's reaction, I froze. I don't remember what look I had on my face, but Logan's best buddy RJ, a fellow water polo teammate who did not smoke, sniff, or drink, had a crush on the same Asian girl, and also dreamt of med school in Berkeley, looked at me, and then looked at Logan and said, "Logan? Huh? What? I don't think you're supposed to do that." "Huh? What are you talking about? You're not supposed to touch her, man." Oh, Sahar, is that true?" I was squirming. "Yeah, I'd appreciate you not jumping on me and stuff." "Listen, Sahar, you gotta tell me about these things. I would never be offended by you," as he gave me a hug in chum-like fashion. Ever-perceptive RJ again came to the rescue. "Logan, oh, what? God, Sahar, tell me not to touch you. Punch me or something." "I'm so sorry." And again, he patted my shoulder. RJ again gave him a look. Sahar, listen. Fear no more. I'll be your hijab protector." I thought about the familiar conclusion he came to. "But Logan, I believe you'll have to talk this out with James. He's already claimed that role." "James? That fool? He doesn't have what it takes. I am the true hijab protector." So I thought, okay, they won't really take this seriously. And I thought if they do, they'll just fight about it during lunchtime. Until a week later, I was walking with my friend Amanda, a cute brunette soccer player who aspired to keep kosher and be an engineer, when Tito, a member of the National Honor Society, tapped my shoulder. He pleaded with me as NHS secretary to accept his service hours, even though the deadline had passed. So I was merciful and I accepted it, and Tito happily skipped away, knowing he'd get to wear a medal on graduation day. Later that day, after literature class, I walked out to find a ring of guys with James and Logan. In a very "we are the hijab protectors" to the rescue tone, they said, "Who touched you?" "We heard about it." What are you talking about?" Who touched you? Do you want us to break his fingers? Now, please imagine the scene of slightly nerdy guys of varying heights, some with spectacles, and the only black guy I know with freckles and a speedometer painted on his dashboard with whiteout, and all with huge book bags filled with chemistry, biology, and physics textbooks. What are you talking about? Amanda reported to us that some guy tapped you on the shoulder, man. Oh, they were talking about Tito. Poor kid. Listen, guys, it's really not necessary you beat him up or something. Really? We could blindfold him so he doesn't know who's hitting him. No, really. Maybe next time? You sure? We could just threaten him. No, I'm positive. And that was the end of that. And I'll never forget them as a fitting gift when I had just lost an older brother. When how you drink, eat, play, dress determines whether the cool kids draw you into their cool circle or make your life adolescent hell. And I will never forget them when I was able to look at this one kid who was an underclassman, and he thought he was slick for mocking me. And I looked at him confidently, eyebrows raised, because I knew that at least one of my friends with whom I was playing soccer would kick a ball in his face. And my heart would break, having known them, to know that someone not having the same perception molding life narrative would want to harm them because of some accident of birth. Call it nationality, color, or creed, rather than want, in their most secret prayers, light on their path and the best of divine gifts, knowing that God of humanity had used them as protectors of a Muslim woman.